Hello, everybody. This is Brett Davis coming to you from IQ Podcast in Coronado, California. Hopefully, you've visited Coronado. It's a beautiful little island, and not too far from San Diego, of course. I'm Brett Davis. Today, I'm with, of course, Nicole Wakamatsu.
Wakamatsu.
Did I say it right?
Pretty much.
Okay, good. So, first of all, thank you for being here. You have a huge following on social media, and I think it's because you have a no nonsense approach to real estate. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today, and a little bit about you, if that's okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Sure. You're going to say no, it's not okay. Goodbye. No. But
Okay.
anyway, she's leaving. Goodbye. She says, I'm going to go hit some golf balls. I'll talk to you later. But
Yes.
anyway, before we get started, I want to thank, of course, my sponsors, Attorney King Amanpour, Saquon Casino, and Chairman Cody Martinez for everything they do, IB Fitness, CEO Marina Teal, and of course, Nikki Rottens, who's got one of the best bars and burger joints and just amazing place to eat. I highly recommend it. If you're ever in San Diego or in Coronado, you've got to go to Nikki Rottens. So, first of all, let's find out a little bit about you. So you live in the Scottsdale, Arizona area, Phoenix area,
I do. Yes. North Scottsdale.
and you're in real estate. You've been doing real estate for a while.
About a year and a half, actually. So I'm relatively new.
Oh, wow. You're doing really well. You just sold a house, what, a week ago?
I did. Yeah. I've been getting a few deals lately. This market's crazy.
It is. So, I don't know what you're hearing about San Diego market, but are you getting a lot of buyers from California at all?
We've been getting a lot, but not just from California, from everywhere. Canada, all 50 states, Arizona, Texas, and Florida seem to be the most popular states to be moving to right now. Don't know if that's for political reasons or not, but we won't go there.
Well, I mean, something's definitely going on, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I can see. I think I know about a dozen people in the last 4 weeks that have moved out of San Diego.
Well, send
So,
them to me.
well, they didn't tell anybody till the last minute. It was like they were keeping it on the down low, and then
Okay.
all of a sudden, like they're like, "Oh, we're moving." I'm like, "You are?" Somebody moved to Florida, another person moved, to Ohio. I mean, they're scattering all over, and the reason I'm hearing is the cost of living and the taxes.
Yeah, so I hear that too. I'm actually an Arizona native, so I don't have really much experience anywhere else, but I've always heard that we have a lower cost of living. It is slowly rising just because of everyone coming here, but it's still very affordable compared to other states from what I keep hearing.
So, what do you think? Now we get a lot of people that visit San Diego, especially Coronado from Arizona. I see Sarah and I drive around. We see plates all the time where people are like, "Oh, there's a zoning, another Arizona plate." They love coming to San Diego, don't they?
We do. I mean, we're right next door, so it's convenient.
Well, and it's probably a little like anything. It's a break of just normalcy, getting into a different area, letting your hair down, just something different. We like to go to Scottsdale. Sarah and I have taken many trips there. It's a beautiful city. So, tell me about what's going on there. Are you getting a lot of investors? Are you getting a lot of home buyers?
Well, as most of you have heard, the market is just crazy. I think COVID, it's already been 2 years, has really changed a lot for everyone. People can work remote now, so I think they're choosing to live in places based off of choice. Like they don't feel as tied down as before, right? Because you can stay with the same company and be in a different state. So why not be in Arizona?
Well,
we're
that's
uh,
true.
we're right. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say geographically, you mentioned California. We're right next to you guys. We're near Las Vegas, Mexico, Colorado. So we have all these spots that are relatively close and easy to get to and year-round great weather. So
And so, with the pandemic, like you said earlier, we've seen more people realize they don't have to get in their car and go to work. They
right.
can just do everything from home. I talked to a friend today that's in the Carolinas, and he says, "Brett, I don't even have to leave. I do all my work at home, and I never leave." And I think
Yeah.
there's going to be more of that happening. I would go crazy staying home all day. By the way, I couldn't just. I mean, it's a great opportunity to be able to work from home, but I feel like a caged animal, and if I don't go outside and see some people and It just drives me crazy.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've always been working around lots of people for jobs that I've done. So it's fun, especially when you have year-round nice weather in Arizona. You're not cooped up in the house with a bunch of snow outside.
That should go
Although
to the side. Go
well,
ahead.
it's freezing today, but freezing to us is like 60 degrees. So
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
yeah.
We have a favorite area in the Flagstaff area. We think the
Okay.
Flagstaff area and then that area up there is very beautiful, and you would never even believe that you're in Arizona when you're there. There's so
Yeah,
many
I think
pine
a lot of
trees.
people, right, they think that we're all desert, but we have a lot of forests here, including some ski resorts. So
Yeah. Sholo, they say it right.
yeah, Sholo, Pine Top area. It's about a half hour away from there. It's called Sunrise. And then we also have Snowbowl that's over in Flagstaff.
Beautiful areas.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I was on
But
the
you're a
ski team when I was little.
oh, really? I was going to say, so you're on a ski team.
Yes.
Now, you live in the Phoenix, North Scottsdale area. Are you hearing anything about the potential crash coming? I mean, we've been hearing it for a while because the rates and then the economy. Do you think we're going to see a crash like we did in 2008?
Oh man, this question. A lot of people are thinking that. I don't know if
You need a crystal
they're
ball.
dreaming. Yeah.
You need a little crystal ball looking at what's going to happen. And
Well, I mean, no one can predict the future, right? And of course, we have all of our clients sign a document that says, market changes daily, no one's fault. But what happened in '08 that everyone seems to think of now for some reason, that's not at all what's going on. So, there were so many laws that are now in place that weren't before, and it was just completely set up for a disaster. So just because the market's really crazy and all this is going on, again, doesn't mean it's in relation at all to what happened 15 years ago. A lot of
God's been
people,
that long.
yeah. So, a lot of clients are discouraged for buying because, they're like, oh, I don't want to buy in a seller's market, but this is reality and it's here to stay for a while, is what professionals in my industry have been saying, even since 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they saw this coming. So it's really interesting. And with everyone wanting to move here, it seems like, to Arizona, I mean, we don't see it turning around anytime soon.
So, what do you tell those individuals out there that maybe are shopping? Not really, they're kind of just curious or looking. They're like, well, we're going to wait till the market crashes. What do you tell those individuals?
Well, I asked them what their plan is then. What are you going to do? Are you renting now? I mean, because when you're renting, you're just throwing your money away versus when you're paying a mortgage, most of that payment is just going right back into your own pocket. So get over these high home prices, because it's not just high prices. Think of it as high values, not prices, which is good for a buyer because once you are the homeowner, you have all that value sitting there. I mean, to me, whatever my word is worth as a real estate agent, I know, but to me, there's nothing less risky than investing in real estate. I mean, look at cryptocurrency and the stock market, and even with businesses, small family owned businesses, going away. I mean, real estate, that's a ton of money that's always going to be sitting there. No matter what the market's doing, there's always a way to make money. So just be smart about it and work with it.
So, I mean, we're not throwing any stones when I'm going to say this. What do you tell the individuals if they come to you and say, well, I'm thinking about buying a house, but I'll be honest, I've got my eye on this cryptocurrency investment that's come across, and I don't know. I mean, crypto's really growing right now, and what do you tell them? You can be
You
honest.
know, what do I tell them about crypto? I haven't
Well,
dabbled in
because
any of
if you
that.
had a
I'm trying
choice,
to buy as many properties as I can at the moment.
so they say, I'm not sure about the property right now. I get it, I like it, but I'm looking at crypto right now because of the percentages are going up so high. So I
Hmm.
haven't made that decision. And then they're like, well, the market might crash, and so I'm waiting. So what do you tell somebody that's really, because crypto is really hot right now?
It is hot. I think anything that is suddenly extremely popular is also very risky and dangerous. I mean, I would tell them that my mom is a financial advisor with Merrill Lynch, and they're not even allowed to touch any of that stuff. They're
Is
not
that true?
allowed
Is that
to,
true, by the way?
yeah, they don't even discuss anything like that with their clients for good reason because it's that risky.
But
You know,
your mom is actually a broker.
well, she's a financial advisor with Merrill Lynch.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you were using that as kind of like an example. I
Oh
didn't
no.
really. Okay. So yeah, I mean,
No.
and it's very volatile times, and of course, I think in those times you've got real estate's a great investment. Um, it's better than being in a bank, I think, because I mean, the equity is growing better than it would in the bank. You can take money out on that property and not have all
Right.
as much red tape as you would going through a bank. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, once you get the property, then take some money out if you want and the equity that you've built, even in just a year or two, and then put some in crypto if you have to do that, or buy another property and then rent it out, have your tenant pay the mortgage. I mean, boom, you got income while you're sleeping. Isn't that kind of everyone's dream?
Make money while you sleep. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah. I'd
You
rather
know,
not work for all my money. I'd rather some of my money work for itself.
right? Well, they say your money should work harder than you do.
Right. Yeah. But it starts with, your mindset and your discipline and your
Sure.
motivation and being in touch with people that know what they're talking about that support you and can help you get there.
So does the market as crazy as it is as far as everybody buying homes right now? I mean, how long does the average home last? If you have to see a house on a block, how long is it lasting before it's gone?
Each property is different. Some are more popular than others for whatever reason it may be. Before the pandemic, before it was a crazy seller's market, I think as far as Arizona goes, the average house was sitting for 36 days. And the last year and a half, the average time has been 18 days that a property has been sitting on the market before it goes under contract. And now it's back to 30. So there's lots of different graphs that we have where it shows, pre-COVID, then spikes and goes crazy. And it started to level out actually a few months ago, this past September. So even though it's still a really strong seller's market, especially in Arizona, but really all over the United States, I believe, it shows that it's leveling out and we're getting used to it. So people that are thinking there's going to be another crash and they want to wait, we're not seeing that happening. And if you look at the past 100 years, every single decade has a crash from events in the past. But from, point A to point B, meaning each decade, it still ends up on top of where it was. So values are always going to continue to rise. I mean, what doesn't besides cars, I guess.
They
Right?
depreciate well, depending on the car, right?
Yeah. But people get so scared, when the market goes down, it's still going to always rise. And that's why I say that real estate is the least risky thing to invest in, because you'll always have a ton of money sitting there. And whatever the market's doing, seller's market, buyer's market, whatever, it's kind of in theory. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that you still have that house sitting there. It hasn't changed. So if it becomes a buyer's market, then keep your home and rent it out to someone. Don't sell it, because then you will lose on it. But it's up to you if you lose or if you gain money. I mean, that's what I was saying. There's always ways to make money. You just have to be smart about it and work with whatever's going on.
Well, you're relatively, I mean, you're very young, and so you're very wise, though. Where does this wisdom come from? Is it your mom?
I wonder if she's listening right now. Did she put you up to this?
Hold on, hold on,
um,
hold on for a second. I'll call her back in a little bit. I'll just have her write a check out to Brett Davis. Never mind. I'm sorry. But anyway,
you
it
know,
was your mom. It
um,
was your mom. Your mom says hello, by the way. So
That's sweet. But honestly, probably. My mom and I are very similar, and she's a really strong, caring, sweet woman, and she's awesome. So, but I've always really been money motivated, very independent. I was an only child growing up, which I think has a lot to do with it. So, yeah, like me getting into real estate, man, actually, I wish I had listened to her because she told me to get into it years ago. And I was like, everyone's a real estate agent. So it really turned me off about it. I didn't want to do what everyone else does. And, there's
sure.
90,000 agents just in Arizona alone.
Oh
So it's
wow.
tough. It's tough to get new business. But, I turned 30 last year and I'm like, hey, I'm getting older. I need something that I can do forever. And I want to focus on one thing and really excel at it instead of doing multiple jobs at once. And it really worked out for me. I wish I didn't wait so long because I absolutely love it. I'm loving real estate.
So What separates you from your competition? If somebody's listening right now and they're thinking about finding an agent in Arizona, why should they give you the chance to do business with you?
Well, what I do, it is a sales job, right? So anyone that chooses me, it's usually because they like me. We're gonna be talking on the phone every day almost. We're gonna be in the car together looking at houses. We might get into a couple of tips here and there because you got to listen to me. But you have to like the person, you have to trust them. I'm a native here, which I think really helps. I love my state. I know it well. I don't plan on going anywhere ever. All my family's here. And I just love what I do. I have a lot of passion for it. I think a good real estate agent needs confidence. They need to be very social and just really a go-getter and really caring. And honestly, I didn't come on here to talk about me, but those characteristics really are me. So again, all around, I just love what I do. And I hope that it shows, and even on Instagram too, I've gotten clients from there. And that means so much to me. It really does, that they feel comfortable coming to me for advice. And even the listing I got last week was just off of Instagram, so I'm really truly grateful for that.
So real estate's changed a lot with social media. You're getting more visibility than probably even putting a stake or a sign somewhere, which signs still probably are very effective. But social media aspect has really changed the way selling real estate is being done. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, really with any business, I think nowadays it's all about content, and it goes back to just having to be social. It almost feels like another job, the social media stuff, but it's fun and it allows you to have so much more exposure than ever before.
So, what makes your videos, your content unique on social media? Are you using Instagram, and what else are you using?
I use Instagram. Yeah, I need to get better, like with LinkedIn and Facebook. I know those two outlets are really common, in the business world. But again, I've been really busy with work. I have my family life, my personal life, and I have to handle my Instagram too. So I think I do have more followers than a lot of other accounts, and I really do read every comment, every message, and I respond to people. And so I kind of just think I like to focus on one thing. But in the future, I'll probably add a few others.
So your content's good. It got my attention because I look at video and we do video a lot and your numbers are phenomenal by the way.
Oh,
What is
thanks.
what's a success? I mean, you're definitely likable. What's the and like you said, people like to buy from people they like. What do you think
Right.
the success not only in real estate but also with the views that you're getting for your post? Um, because your posts are great. Is it because the content is just so damn good, or is it just because you're just real and you just that's who I am and you put it out the way it is, and so people like that and they follow you because you've got like what 250,000 followers or something like that?
Yeah, well, thanks for your compliments, but
Am I right? Am I right? Am I right though? Yeah,
well, no, I mean, I'm no master with social media or technology at all. I know a lot of agents and lenders, anyone really in the business world, I think they pay people to run their social media, which is smart. I haven't gone that avenue yet. I just started a magazine, so that's the
yeah.
only marketing I have at the moment besides my Instagram. But you know, I'm just really myself, and I care a lot about people. And I don't know what I'm doing on there. I think a lot of people don't. You just
You
you just
don't know
do
what
it.
you're doing. Imagine if you knew
No.
what you were doing. I mean, you have 200. I think it's 250,000. Am I correct? Somewhere around there, followers.
Yeah, 274.
Yeah. You don't know what you're doing, and you're right, the whole Instagram, video thing is a job in itself because we have this discussion with all the things we do, but it still comes down to selling in the house. I mean, that's the bottom line. You still have to get that sale, and you have to get that customer, and I think customers for life are the best ones because it's repeat business.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's the goal. And, just back to social media in real life, and not that social media is not real life, but, it's not in person, right? Some of these people I don't meet in person. But I find so much joy in life when you can see someone's heart on the outside. And I know this is really cheesy and mushy, but really,
That's
and I
okay.
think a lot of people get drawn to me because they tell me this. So they get drawn to me because they just feel they see that I'm real and I'm caring. I don't really I don't fit the part of maybe how other girls look or whatever. And that honestly means so much to me. I love that. So I just think we need more real and more caring people in this world. And like I said, I am not perfect at all. I don't know what I'm doing. My Instagram could be a lot more professional if I paid someone else to do it. But hey, we're all just doing what we can right now, and making connections with people is really what it's all about.
So, of course, not everybody's buying that's coming to Arizona. They're coming there for jobs. Has there been a huge increase in rents the last year or so?
Yeah, well, as far as jobs go, we've actually recovered 101% of all the
Wow.
lost jobs that we've had in the last few years. So, yeah, job stability is great. And as far as rent goes, the seller's market that we have now, it's not just for buying and selling, it's also in the rent world. Yeah. So it's really interesting because we're at a time now where people are cashing in, making a bunch of money selling their home, right? Because they're making a huge profit in this market. But then they're deciding to rent, and they want to wait for this so-called crash that they believe is happening. So, they might have made a lot of money recently, but now they're spending it all on rent, and it's going absolutely nowhere. On the flip side, we see a lot of first-time home buyers, which is great. I think traditionally, decades and decades ago, you go from straight from your parents' house to marriage and a house, right? And then eventually it turned into, once you become an adult and you're single, then or not single, but you're an adult, you move on your own and you're renting, and then you wait to buy a house till you're married. But now people are just moving out, buying a house right away. We were seeing a lot of young 20s buying houses, and it's great. I love to see people learning and investing and asking questions and really getting it. It's really awesome to see more people, especially younger people, buying properties because they're building wealth, they're building assets for themselves, things that they can fall back on. I mean, when I was younger, I was so intimidated by having a mortgage. Like, to me,
Right.
it was a 30-year long commitment, and I was like, no, I'm not going to buy a house when I'm married. That's what you do when you're married. But I bought my first house, when I was 29, and I was like, man, I rented for 11 years. I spent so much money renting. Where is it? It could have been
Right.
in this house that I have now that I love so much, that I'll always have and probably rent out in the future. So it's great. I love seeing young people buy right now, and learning. And it's really an exciting experience too, your first time, because you learn so much. I wasn't in real estate yet when I bought my house, and it was fun. It really was. I kind of felt like I was engaged when I was in escrow, the 30-day
Right.
loan period
Right.
before you
Right.
close on the house. And then
Right.
closing day came, and it felt like I was like, oh, like my wedding day. It was just so exciting. And I remodeled the whole thing and really made it mine. And that's kind of what catapulted me into finally just deciding to buckle down, do school, and give it a shot, and not care anymore about the other 89,999 agents in Arizona, because I just got to worry about this
Well,
one.
you're a great interview, and I appreciate you sharing what's going on in the Scottsdale and, of course, in Arizona period, because I don't think it's going to slow down soon. And next time, hopefully, you'll come back in the future and talk about some other things that are going on over there. It'd be nice
Yeah,
to have you
definitely.
back.
I could just pick one topic and we can go on and on specifically about one
Yeah,
topic. I
this
know
is
today was
probably a
kind
lot.
of broad, but
I think it was good that we kind of did this introduction tonight, because lets people know a little bit about what you're about and who you are, and hopefully you'll come back if you want to come back and do another show.
well, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, and keep practicing your golf swing.
Yeah, if anyone wants to come down and golf with me, let's go. We have the best courses here, and it's year
You
round.
you
So
do. Scottsdale has the best golf courses. I've always said that.
I
Always.
believe so. Yeah. You
Oh,
you told me you wanted to buy an investment property later this year, correct?
yeah, but it might be in the mountains one of these days. I mean, we think we like to go to the Flagstaff area and kind of hide from
Well, now
everybody.
everybody knows, so we're gonna hold you to that.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thank you, Nicole Wakamatsu.
Wakamatsu. It's with an M.
Yes, with an M. Matsu. Did I say Natsu?
That's
Nicole
okay. Well,
Wakamatsu.
I hope all of you listening follow me on Instagram. It's Nikki _Waka, NIKKI _WAKA. It's just spin off my name, but all my contact info is on there, and I hope to connect with you. And thank you for having me on your podcast.
Thank you. And you know what? We look forward to seeing your success between now and the end of the year.
All right, awesome.
Take care of yourself. Bye, Nicole.
Bye.